Remember General Flynn, the man who said, lock her up, the man who ran with Trump, basically, in order to figure out a way to weaponize the DOJ against Hillary Clinton, the political opponent at that time of Trump. Well, that guy, who later became a government agent, who was also a government agent for another country, that individual, well, he's begging for pennies now to fund his legal defense. Here it is.
We don't like to do this, but we just had like another batch of subpoenas come out of the Jack Smith special counsel. I mean, those people are unbelievable.
Oh yeah, crank it up,
Devin.
Devin.
There's the only way that we're going to be able to defeat these people. Pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, everything matters. And trust me, this.
Here we go. I see some people in the middle that haven't given any money yet. Hit the person up next to you for some cash. Let's go. Come on now.
$1.
Siphon some gas out of your car. Sell it to someone for $8 a gallon. Here we go.
General, you don't know how to do it, sir. You need a $100 line to your right. You need a $50 line in front of you. And then it's the give what you can line on the side. Yeah. He's going around churches begging for pennies and nickels. It is so unfortunate that people are willing to fund the criminal action of Flynn and the cronies around him. Far right wing ReAwaken Tour made a stop at Trump National Doral in Miami on Friday. One of the speakers, General Michael Flynn. While on stage, Flynn went into a tent revival mode and started asking the crowd for pennies, nickels, quarters to help him fight subpoenas, okay? So as Europe's hit, the final countdown played in the background, Flynn told the crowd, quote, we don't like to do this, but we just had another batch of subpoenas come out of the Jack Smith special counsel. I mean, these people are unbelievable. ReAwaken America founder Clay Clark also suggested siphon some gas out of your car, sell it to someone for $8 a gallon. End quote. General Flynn, who went from being a national security advisor to former President Donald Trump to full-blown conspiracy theorist, made it clear that at least on that particular day, it was up to Trump and company's fans to fund their legal defense rather than a presidential campaign. Former Trump advisor Pete Navarro was also on stage. The fact that Trump's fundraising was going towards his own legal bills was no secret. But this is Flynn blatantly panhandling for loose change in the name of defending their anointed leader against these people. So hooray for transparency. Now, let me say this. First of all, this is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful moment in American history. These individuals who were antithetical to the progress of this nation, to transparency, rule of law, governing transparency, all of that, these people are now having to raise money to defend themselves from criminal prosecution, civil prosecution, and naturally, Trump is still running for president of the United States and in the lead with the Republican Party. What is it about Trump and his lack of leadership, or his, let's say, corrupt leadership, awful leadership, that makes him do the exact opposite of what most leaders typically do? Most leaders, even if they are mediocre, will come in contact with someone who does better later in life. You can look at some bad leaders we've had, bad leaders even in the financial market. Some of the individuals that they have come in contact with actually did better in their future lives and their future selves, but not with Trump. Everyone Trump has made contact with, everyone Trump has made come to his orbit, they have all done much worse. Not kind of worse, but much worse. From being indicted to literally, well, begging for pennies at the local church. Michael Flynn. All right. David, this is a hell of a thing, dear brother. What are your thoughts here?
Well, first of all, will things ever be the same? It's the final countdown. Who would use that as part of their effort to sort of raise money to try to fleece people into supporting something this ridiculous? I've heard about a lot of, passing around the hat and collecting money, but the idea that you would use Europe's the final countdown, that just seems like blasphemy to me. But this is just pathetic. I mean, Michael Flynn was the same guy who suggested that Donald Trump seize the voting machines in 2020. He's not somebody who believes in democracy or the Constitution, clearly based on his actions. And I think it's perhaps fitting that now he's having to beg people for help. It is about as pathetic as one could get. And I just feel badly for all those people who are being snookered into handing over some of their dollars and their coins to somebody like this who really doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, and I have a theory about Flynn. I really don't believe Flynn is a true believer. I don't think Flynn actually believes in the conspiracy theories. If you look at the trajectory of his professional career, he was sensible, conservative, yes, but sensible to a degree. And then when he started to, become more and more polarized, when things started to come out about him in the media in relation to his affiliations with foreign governments, him lying on official affidavits, he started to become more and more of a conspiracy theorist by public proclamation. I think he did this because he was trying to find his new team, his new crowd. And what better place to go than to individuals who already believe lies, who already have subscribed to ideology contrary to common sense, Trump supporters. And he found his new haven or safe haven inside of that group. All right, we shall see what happens as the cases, multiple cases, move forward.